Hi Gemini, welcome to your August 2020 Astrology 33 love reading. Thank you to those of you who liked, viewed, shared, subscribed, and donated to the channel. I appreciate all of that. For those of you interested in booking a personal reading with me, just check out the description of the video for more details there. As far as what we have in front of us, it's what I call a bridging the gap spread, and the way it works is the cards on the left side represent your energy toward a connection with your main love interest. Cards on the right side represent their energy toward the connection. These are the past energies, present energies, future energies. Once we get through those, we'll actually pull some oracle cards with some additional insight. That's where the bridge and the gap dynamic comes into play. And as far as the decks being used, on the left side we have the Lover's Path Tarot, and on the right side we have the Tarot Sexual Magic. And also keep in mind it's a general reading, so while I'm going to refer to the cards on the left as your energy and the cards on the right as their energy, if you feel like the energy should be reversed, definitely trust that. Alright? So with all that out of the way, past energy on your side, we have the Ace of Staves. So really the way I see this coming across is it's saying that there might have been instant attraction between the two of you. I feel like this is just saying that there was a lot of sexual energy. I'm not sure if you necessarily acted on it though, just because with ace energy, usually I see that as more of something that's on your mind as opposed to you actually acting on it. So it could have just been one of those things. Could have just been as simple as in the past, you had a really strong attraction to this person, but maybe actually never took things to another level with them. Alright, past energy on their side, we have the Tower. So, definitely interesting energy here to see in the past, given that we just see an ace on your side. So, there's a few different ways I could see this playing out. One could be saying that maybe they had just gotten out of a relationship themselves, possibly due to a third-party dynamic. Now, the way this could play out for some of you as well is if you guys actually were engaged physically in the past. Well, not like engaged like marriage, but I'm saying like having sex in the past. This could just be pointing to the fact that maybe they were otherwise involved and they didn't reveal that to you at the time. So that could have been what caused this moment as well. For others of you, it could just be saying that maybe the attraction was starting out, right, with the Ace of Staves. Maybe you guys were speaking to each other, things seemed to be going well, and then they might have abruptly just left the situation for whatever reason. That's another way that this could be playing out as well. Alright, in the present position, we have the Princess of Coins. So this is the equivalent of the Page of Pentacles, and here, what I'm picking up on with this energy is I feel like you might be reminiscing in some way, which is interesting because that almost feels like a retrograde type energy, and we just got out of all those retrograde energies, but that's what I'm seeing there. It just feels like, you could be looking back on it, realizing that the connection had some potential, but it never, like I said, I feel like it never really got off the ground for whatever reason. Like I said, whether this person was involved with someone else or maybe they just abruptly left. Looks like, there was something that was blocking the connection in the past, and it looks like now, I feel like the two of you might not be in contact, especially given that her back is turned to the cards on this side, but it seems like you are just looking back on it and realizing that it had potential, maybe just having some disappointment around that. Especially if you look at her facial expression, she looks pretty disappointed. So that's what I see there. Present energy on their side, we have the Queen of Chalices, the Lovers, and the Nine of Swords. So interesting mixture of energies here. This is actually Gemini energy. This is Cancer energy, and then this is actually also Gemini energy, the major arcana. So, seeing these cards come up together, first thing that comes to mind is what I was saying about those retrogrades. We had the Venus retrograde that was happening in Gemini. So, those two cards there, and then the Mercury retrograde took place in Cancer. So, I feel like this could be saying that now that both of those retrogrades are over, this person could be reevaluating the situation, and I feel like they're in a bit of a reminiscing situation as well. And I feel like there's a desire for them to open up to you. And like I said, if there was some kind of a third-party dynamic where maybe they were otherwise involved and didn't reveal that to you, it looks like now they're possibly reconsidering that, and it looks like they did want to move toward you. But I feel like they might have some anxiety around that with the Nine of Swords energy here. Could just feel like one of those things where they might have felt like they just had bad luck around the situation. But I do see like it looks like there is the desire to open up, but it looks like there's definitely some nervousness around it as well. So that's primarily what I'm picking up on there. All right, and the future energy on your side, we have the Six of Cups. So this is often referred to as reconciliation energy. It's actually a Scorpio energy, but looks like whatever the case may be, it looks like you guys might actually end up reconnecting in the future. So this really just could have been one of those things where maybe there was just some confusion around those retrogrades. It looks like both of you are actually reminiscing and reconsidering. Now, it looks like at the very least in the present, this person wants to move toward you. Maybe they do, and if that's the case, this could just be saying that you might give it a little thought, and then eventually you will decide to move forward with them. For others of you, this could be saying that you're the ones who would initiate reaching out to them, but really could go either way there. And the future energy on their side, we have the King of Pentacles. So this is some Taurus energy here. So maybe some of you are dealing with a Taurus, because I see a Taurus card at the bottom of the deck on your side too. But if not, it could just be saying that, you know, maybe there will still be a little bit of shyness involved with the situation. So whether it's them who comes toward you and you're the one who might be a little reluctant, which could be the case given the cards I see there, or the other way around where, you know, you might be the one to come forward and they might be a little bit nervous. For some reason, for the majority of you, I really do feel like it would be them coming toward you. The more I'm just looking at the spread as a whole, but I feel like there is some anxiety around it on their part, though, so that's the only tricky part, because it looks like this person's a little bit nervous there, where obviously this is meant to represent the King of Pentacles energy here, so I feel like it's a 50-50 proposition. We'll see if the Oracle cards add any more clarity to that. But yeah, either way, it does look like you guys will be reconnecting. The bottom of the deck on your side, we have the Six of Coins. So this represents restoring balance. I mean, if you look at her facial expression, she does not look amused. Well, if I could get it to focus. Well, just take my word for it, apparently. But yeah, she definitely doesn't look amused with the situation. We see the guy extending. Oh, there we go. So yeah, you could see she doesn't look too happy. And we see that guy extending a pentacle to her, so you know, could be one of those things. And then especially with the snowy background, that makes you think of the fact that obviously before the Six of Coins is the Five of Coins, and that's often an energy pointing to being left out in the cold. So really, for a majority of you, given that this is at the bottom of the deck and we do see the Tower here, like I said, it does seem like however the situation was unfolding, it looks like this was the person who left in the past. So seeing this here, I feel like this is representing your energy. So for the majority of you, I really do feel like it will be this person coming back to you. Could be a Taurus. And in a way, I guess that would make sense too, because Venus retrograde obviously threw them for a loop, I'm sure. And now with the Mercury retrograde, shadow energy finally clearing up too in their communication house, that might actually, you know, push them forward to communicate to you and try to get things back on track. So that's what I'm seeing there. But to be fair, if you guys were the ones who actually might have been engaged in something and you guys were in the wrong in that regard, then this could be saying that this could be you coming to them. And then the bottom of the deck on their side, we have the Knight of Swords. So this is actually Gemini energy here. And then I feel like this is another thing pointing to them actually feeling a little bit of anxiety coming back toward you. So especially, like I said, if they were the ones who abruptly left the situation, or if they were the ones who were involved with someone else and didn't let you know that ahead of time, I feel like this could just be them fearing that, you know, if they come back around to you, that you're going to let them have it, basically, for doing that. But, I mean, it looks like for whatever reason, it looks like whatever disappointments there might have been, it looks like you actually are going to be open to them coming around. Even in the present, you might still be a bit disappointed around the situation, but obviously seeing the Six of Cups in the future, it looks like there will be openness on your part to actually having them come back around. So hopefully that resonated. Moving on to the Oracle cards. First, we'll see if we get anything from the Mystic Moon Oracle deck here. And I did pre-shuffle this deck before we started recording. And what I'm going to be looking for here is just some jumpers. So first we'll be looking for unspoken messages from you to them, and then from them to you. And if we shuffle for a while and nothing comes up, I'll just take that as a sign to move on to the next oracle deck, since it's just a general reading, but we'll see if we get anything. Okay, nothing coming up there, but I'll give it a few more shuffles before we move on. Alright, so next we'll see if we get any unspoken messages from them to you. Alright, nothing coming up there either, but I'll give it a few more shuffles. Alright, so nothing there, so we'll move on to the Wisdom of the Oracle deck. Same situation here, I did pre-shuffle this deck, and here we're just looking for one card though with general advice, and then we'll wrap up. Alright, nothing coming up here either, but I do like to get one. Oh, spoke too soon. Alright. We got Fork in the Road. There's the artwork, and the number is 13. So we'll see what that says. Okay, it says, time to make a decision, considering the consequences as you prepare to act, owning up to your obligation to make a necessary choice. The Oracle's message. Every choice has a consequence. You've arrived at a fork in the road and are being asked to come to a decision. Will you further your dreams by choosing left or by choosing right? Will you take the road less traveled or the one well worn by others who have come before you? This is your choice and yours alone to make. Circumstances and other people will not make it for you. Be present and do not avoid this junction, for it is an important crossroads. Take heart, as no matter which path you choose, you will have a rich and meaningful experience. So definitely an interesting message there, and like I was saying, the one part that did seem a little confusing for me was whether they were going to be coming toward you or vice versa. I feel like for 80% of you, it looked like they would be the ones coming toward you, but for some of you, it can actually be you who would be coming towards them with an offer. The relationship message says you've reached a moment of truth in the evolution of your relationship. Which will you choose, to open up to the possibility of love or to remain isolated, to go deeper and commit to mutual passion or to walk away? This is a time to take responsibility for your truest desire and follow it. Be honest with yourself about what you're willing to do, invest, and give. Then choose. You cannot make a wrong choice. If you move forward with a relationship, know that it will be based in truth and authenticity. You will have made a conscious decision rather than simply hanging on because you don't want to be alone, or ending things because you're afraid of the intensity of genuine connection. All roads lead to the lessons you must learn in your relationships. Regardless of the decision you make, it will place you on the path to a truer experience of the heart. So, pretty good message there, and it definitely sounds like it's saying, the choice really will be yours. So, for some of you, I really do feel like it's saying that, yes, the majority of you will be this person coming back to you, and then it's really going to be up to you to decide if you actually want to proceed with them or not. But hopefully that resonated with you guys. We'll wrap up there, and I'll see you guys next month. All right, bye.